everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel BBC World News. In today's video, we will share with you latest news. As Russia's shadow fleet built to evade sanctions added sabotage to its list, Russia has assembled a fleet of hundreds of vessels to covertly ship its oil. With so many ships at sea, the idea of using some to cause havoc may be providing irresistible to the Kremlin. Western officials have long been concerned about Moscow's so-called shadow fleet, an assemblage of AG tankers created to covertly carry Russian crude oil around the world. Since Russia invaded Ukraine, the worry primarily concerned the use of such of the books ships to circumvent Western sanctions and generate revenue to fuel the Kremlin war machine. But Russia's shadow fleet may now present a more pressing danger to the West. Finnish commandos boarded an oil tanker that officials suspect entered through vital underwater cable in the Baltic Sea, including one that carries electricity between Finland and Estonia. The ship, the Eagle S, bears all the hallmarks of vessels belonging to Russia's shadow fleet, officials said, and had embarked from a Russia port shortly before the cables were cut. It confirmed it would be the first known instance of a shadow fleet vessel being used to intentionally sabotage critical infrastructure in Europe, and officials and experts said a clear escalation by Russia in its conflict with the West. We know about Russia's shadow fleet operating in an area, and we know Russia is systematically conducting hybrid warfare against its neighboring NATO EU countries. Lori Landmaat's Estonia Interior Minister said in an email to the New York Times, "It's time to drop the illusion and force it." On Friday, a number of countries in the region announced the deployment of additional naval and coast guard resources to bolster security. NATO's General Secretary Mark Rutte, responding to requests from the leader of Finland and Estonia, both member nations said the Atlantic Alliance would enhance its military presence in the Baltic Sea. NATO stands in solidarity with allies and condemns any attack on critical infrastructure, Mr. Rutte said in an earlier post on X, the social media platform for the Kremlin. The creation of a shadow fleet offered a solution to the problem of financing its war in Ukraine. After President Vladimir Putin ordered Russian troops to invade in February 2022, Western countries began to impose sanctions meant to strangle the Russian economy and cut off its access to the funds needed to keep the country's army on the move. Oil is cornerstone of Russia's economy, and a key target of the sanctions was Russia's energy sector. But instead of a full embargo, which officials feared would cause a global spike in prices, the United States and its Western allies imposed price caps of $16 a barrel on all oil and oil products originating in Russia and transported by sea, a significant discount on the market price. The idea to create a shadow fleet to circumvent sanctions is not new. The scheme has long been used by global powers like Iran and North Korea, as well as drug cartels, said Elizabeth Bra, a senior fellow at the Atlantic Council who has researched and written about shadow fleet. Russia innovation, Mr. Bra said in an interview, was one of the sales. Since Russia began assembling its fleet, the number of shadow vessels traversing the ocean has grown by 100 and now makes up 17% of the total global oil tanker fleet. That's making it like a tumor, she said. When it was a small share, it could be managed, but now that is approaching 20%, it's much less manageable, and obviously it's growing. Nearly 70% of Russia oil is being transported by shadow tankers, according to an analysis published in October by the Kyiv School of the Economic Institute, a research organization based in Ukraine. Some experts put the total number of Russian shadow vessels at more than 1,000. For significantly fewer are used by Russia to regularly circumvent sanctions. The institute analysis found the authorities in Finland are still investigating whether the Eagle S engaged in a criminal act, but the sheer size of the shadow fleet might have made using some of these vessels for sabotage irresistible to Russia, Ms. Bra said. I think at some point that Russia realized, oh, we have all these vessels that we are using, we might as well as a few of them to cause a little extra harm. While it's still not certain that this week capable cutting was done internationally, the Baltic Sea, for a number of reasons, is an ideal arena to carry out sabotage operations. It is relatively shallow and is crisscrossed with essential undersea cables and pipelines that provide energy as well as internet and phone services to a number of European countries that are NATO members. Russia has relatively unfettered access to sea from several ports, and its commercial vessels protect protected by international maritime law, can move around international water largely unmolested. Even before the cable were cut, it was clear that the Baltic Sea was becoming a key arena in an intensifying competition between the West and Russia. Since the Ukraine war began, NATO, which the Kremlin considered its primary enemy, has growing by two members, Sweden and Finland, both significant Baltic powers. NATO jets the region are often scrammed to respond to Russian military aircraft, and each fall country in the Western Alliance hold major naval exercises. They are called freezing finding, directed mainly against the Russian threat. Months after the war in Ukraine began, explosion blew apart several sections of the Northern Stream pipeline beneath the Baltic, cutting off Western Europe from Russian natural gas delivered. U.S. intelligence services have assessed that a pro-Ukrainian group carried out the attack, but public detail remains sparse. Brazil around the world with the time turning allies into enemies. The United States killed its own allies in Afghanistan, supported itself in the part country where it never needed to be. Gold drive both sides in Sudan war, famine and ethnic cleansing stark Sudan, yet the gold trade is booming. Leaning in Argentina, inflation. President Javier Milei has been prized inside and outside Argentina for stemming the world highest inflation rate. Michael Scofield is an investigative reporter with the international desk with the Time. The ship is also flagged to the Cook Island, which is well known for its lax oversight. And inspection of the Eagles in Ghana in September 2023 discovered 24 defects, including problems with fire safety and navigation system, and astounding number. Ms. F. Stark said, "This is like a record." She said, "I can't recollect whether we have seen so many deficiencies identified." Get your daily dose of entertainment. Subscribe today for new videos every day. Thanks for watching. For more, have a nice time. Goodbye.